Robert Boyle was one of the most important scientists in history. He lived in the 1600s and is known for his work in chemistry and physics. Boyle was born in 1627 in Ireland. He grew up in a rich family, but his interest in science started when he was very young. He loved to learn about the world and how things worked. Boyle did not go to school like most children. Instead, he was taught by private tutors who helped him understand science, mathematics, and philosophy. Boyle had a natural curiosity about the world, and he asked many questions about everything he saw. As he grew older, Boyle became more interested in chemistry and physics. He spent many hours reading books and doing experiments in his laboratory. He was particularly interested in studying air and gases. One of Boyle's most famous contributions to science is his work on the nature of air. He found that air was not a simple substance, as many people believed. Air, in fact, was a mixture of gases. Boyle discovered that when you change the pressure of a gas, it changes in size. This is now known as Boyle's law. Boyle's law says that when the volume of a gas decreases, the pressure increases, and when the volume increases, the pressure decreases. This discovery helped scientists better understand the behavior of gases. It also played an important role in the development of modern chemistry. Boyle's law is still used in many scientific experiments today. In addition to his work on gases, Boyle made many other important discoveries. He was one of the first scientists to use the scientific method. The scientific method is a way of asking questions, making experiments, and finding answers. Boyle used experiments to test his ideas and to learn more about the world. He did not just guess or accept things that people told him. Instead, he tested his ideas through careful observation and experiments. This was very important because it helped scientists develop a better way of understanding the world. Boyle's work showed that experiments could be used to find answers to scientific questions. He believed that experiments should be repeatable, meaning that other scientists should be able to do the same experiment and get the same results. This helped to create a new way of thinking about science, one based on evidence and facts. Boyle was also a strong believer in the importance of chemistry. At the time, many people thought that chemistry was just about mixing chemicals to make useful products. Boyle believed that chemistry was much more than that. He thought that chemistry was the study of the properties of matter, and how different substances could be changed or combined. Boyle wrote a book called The Skeptical Chemist, in which he argued that the traditional ideas about chemistry were wrong. He said that alchemy, the practice of turning base metals into gold, was not a true science. Boyle believed that chemistry should focus on the study of elements, the basic building blocks of matter. In his book, he proposed that all substances were made up of different combinations of a small number of elements. This was a very important idea that helped scientists understand the structure of matter. Boyle's ideas about chemistry were ahead of his time. At the time, most scientists believed in the idea of four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Boyle showed that this idea was not correct. He helped to create the idea that all substances are made up of small particles, which we now call atoms. This idea is the foundation of modern chemistry. Boyle's work laid the groundwork for later scientists, such as Antoine Lavoisier, who discovered the law of conservation of mass. Boyle's contributions to chemistry were so important that many people call him the father of modern chemistry. In addition to his work in chemistry and physics, Boyle was also interested in other fields of science. He was a member of the Royal Society, a group of scientists who met to discuss new ideas and experiments. The Royal Society played a very important role in the development of science in the 1600s and 1700s. Boyle worked with other scientists in the society to share ideas and conduct experiments. He also helped to promote the scientific method, which encouraged scientists to use evidence and experiments to support their ideas. Boyle's work in the Royal Society was important because it helped to bring together many of the best minds of the time to work on science. Boyle was also interested in the natural world. He was fascinated by the way plants, animals, and the earth worked together. He studied the properties of different substances, like metals, minerals, and plants. Boyle believed that by studying the natural world, scientists could learn more about the universe. He thought that science should be used to improve the lives of people. Boyle's work helped to develop many important technologies that we use today, such as engines, pumps, and scientific instruments. Boyle's inventions helped to make life easier and more comfortable for people. Even though Boyle made many important discoveries during his life, he did not always receive the credit he deserved. At the time, many people did not understand the significance of his work. His ideas were often criticized by other scientists, and many people rejected his new ideas. But Boyle did not give up. He continued to work hard, doing experiments and writing books to explain his ideas. Slowly, other scientists began to recognize the importance of his work. Today, Boyle is remembered as one of the most important scientists in history. Boyle died in 1691 at the age of 64. Even after his death, his work continued to influence science for many years. His discoveries about gases, the scientific method, and the nature of matter helped to shape the development of modern chemistry. Boyle's work also helped to establish science as a way of understanding the world based on evidence and experiments. Today, scientists around the world use Boyle's law and his ideas about chemistry in their work. Boyle's contributions to science continue to be important, and his work is still studied by students and scientists. Boyle's life is a reminder of the power of curiosity and hard work. He was not afraid to ask questions and search for answers, even when others did not believe in his ideas. Boyle's passion for science helped to shape the world we live in today. He showed that science is not just about learning facts, but about discovering new ideas and finding new ways to improve the world. Boyle's work continues to inspire scientists and learners around the world, and his legacy will last for many years to come. Throughout his life, Boyle believed in the power of knowledge and its ability to improve human life. He thought that science should not just be about experiments and facts, but also about making life better for people. By studying nature and using experiments, Boyle was able to discover new things that changed the way we understand the world. His dedication to learning and discovery made him one of the most important figures in the history of science. Boyle's impact on science can be seen in the way we study chemistry today. His work on gases, for example, laid the foundation for many modern technologies. Airplanes, cars, and many other machines rely on Boyle's law to function properly. Even in our daily lives, Boyle's ideas about the behavior of gases help scientists and engineers design systems for things like air conditioning, refrigerators, and even medicine. Without Boyle's discoveries, many of the modern technologies we use today might not exist. Boyle also had a deep interest in helping others learn about science. He believed that science should be shared with the world and not kept a secret. He wrote books and gave lectures to teach people about chemistry and physics. His book The Skeptical Chemist was a very important work in science because it challenged old ideas and introduced new ways of thinking about chemistry. By writing and sharing his work, Boyle made sure that future generations of scientists could learn from his discoveries and continue to build on his ideas. Boyle's work did not just change the field of chemistry, but it also changed the way people thought about science in general. Before Boyle, many people believed that science was just about finding answers to problems. But Boyle showed that science was not just about solving problems, it was about asking the right questions and finding new ways to understand the world. He proved that science is a process of discovery, and that we should always keep learning and searching for new ideas. Today, Robert Boyle is remembered not only for his groundbreaking discoveries in science, but also for his contributions to the way we think about knowledge and learning. His work continues to inspire people around the world to ask questions, experiment, and discover new things. Boyle's legacy is a reminder that science is not just a collection of facts, but a process of understanding and improving the world. His life and work show us the power of curiosity, dedication, and hard work in the pursuit of knowledge. Boyle's discoveries changed the world in many ways, and his ideas continue to influence science and technology today. He was truly a pioneer in the fields of chemistry and physics, and his work will continue to be important for many generations to come.